Henshin Inspection presents Going Ultra. This is MJ. I'm an author, I'm an artist, I'm an analyzer. Join me as I talk about Ultraman Academy, which is this new book series that I found out about today on July 10, 2024, which is Ultraman Day. This news was shared by Jeff Gomez, and it's from licensingmagazine.com. I'm going to read the article verbatim as I copied it over, and here we go. So, the new Ultraman Ultra Academy. Not tags for the story. You don't want to hear that? Off the heels of a successful Netflix debut of Ultraman Rising, Tsuburaya Fields Media and Pictures Entertainment and Sky Turtle Nova has announced Ultraman Ultra Academy, the first American book series based on the Ultraman franchise. Set to hit retailers or retail wherever books are sold beginning spring 2025. Fans can get an early preview of the series at G-Fest in Chicago during the Ultraman in America panel on Friday, July 12th at 10 a.m. Central Time. There are even more exciting Ultraman stories on the horizon with the announcement of Ultraman Ultra Academy, a 6-book series of middle grade novels. Sky Turtle Nova featuring a team... What's that mean? Sky Turtle Nova. Featuring a team of 6 young students learning the lessons of courage, hope, kindness, and creativity demonstrated within the Ultraman universe. As the first American book series based on the Ultraman franchise, the novels follow the students as they study giant kaiju and try to help the Special Science Search Party, SSSP, and Ultraman find weaknesses in the beasts. The young team will draw inspiration from the earthly problems that are giving rise to the monsters and from Ultraman himself as he attempts to restore balance to the world. The Ultraman universe first debuted in 1966 in the television series Ultra Q, and over the last 58 plus years, you know this stuff already probably, the Ultraman franchise has spawned a record number of television series, films, video games, and more. The presence of Ultraman at G-Fest 2024 comes at a time of major growth and increased brand awareness of the Ultraman franchise, sparked by the recent hitmaker Ultraman Rising, which landed on Netflix in June and has become a fan favorite and critical darling. So this fan has Ultraman Rising as a favorite, and I'm very positive towards it critically. Yes, I have very positive critiques of it because it's a really good movie, really great story, and it's fantastic. This article is a little strange. I don't know if it was auto-translated, if there was some sort of error when I don't think there was some sort of error when I copied this. Sky Turtle Nova thing really throws me for a loop. There's tags information in here. And yeah, Sky Turtle Nova, Tsuburaya Fields Media, and Pictures Entertainment. I think I heard of Pictures Entertainment before associated with Netflix Ultraman Rising specifically, but I don't know for sure. I can't remember. I'm not going to look into it. My thing that I'm most excited about and the thing that I want to talk about right now is that I'm so excited for there to be these Ultraman books, especially because they're middle grade. There was the Pat Caddington Ultraman novelization of the original series that I didn't end up reading. I thought I was going to, but I didn't. There's a couple of reasons for that. One of them is that, well, it doesn't matter why I didn't read that. The thing is, I could have, and you still can, and I still can before these books come out, and maybe the fact that these books are coming out gives me an extra incentive too. That way I can say, this is what this, adult Ultraman book was like, and this is what this kids Ultraman series is like. Ultraman, of course, on TV being a show for kids anyway, right? So what's wrong with that? But I think there's a lot to be hopeful for, especially if, and the article is unclear about this, if this is in association with Ultraman Rising, I think it'll be excellent. I think it'll be really, really good. I think for potential spoilers for the future, potential future sequels, they shouldn't use this. You don't want to make a prequel when you don't want to make a prequel to something when you're trying not to spoil stuff that's coming in the future. That doesn't make sense. Be very complicated. It could also lead to weak storytelling where they're holding back on revealing things because they want to save them for the movie. So I hope that isn't a problem. But I hope that it's done with the spirit of Ultraman Rising, because Ultraman Rising is an excellent movie. I think Shannon Tyndall's the writer? I don't know. But anyway, excellent work on Ultraman Rising. But to make it clear, I was saying the writer of the film Ultraman Rising, not the writer of the book series. We don't know who that's going to be, unless Blue Sky Nova is the author, and I don't know who that is because I'm just not familiar enough with their work. But yeah, I'm hoping this is going to be excellent. I'm really interested in it because I've been thinking I want to make an Ultraman, a writer, and a Super Sentai book series, and I have lots of ideas for how to do that. And I kind of wanted to do the John Toei thing and do, this year I'm going to do a trilogy of books, and it's going to be in the same universe where this Ultra, this writer, and this Sentai, who are legally distinct from them but definitely inspired by them, will take on this challenge. And then next year it'll be this challenge. So it'll be, what did I say earlier? Stop signs, then Baby Shark, then whatever, Weed Whackers. That's really stupid. What I mean to say is, if you wanted to have there be Ultraman where he's dealing, if you wanted to, I want to have like a coordinated theme tying together these three Tokusatsu inspired, Henshin Hero inspired stories that I was planning on writing. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, well, I don't know. When I was a kid growing up watching Power Rangers, I watched, MMPR 3 seasons, and there were cast changes and whatever. But as you carried through, it was the same core cast that went on these different adventures. Then they became Zeo. And they went all the way to In Space, and it was a subtle changeover. But like up to In Space feels like, I think it's 6 or 7 seasons, and it feels like one complete arc, one complete story with all these characters. It's like the Zordon arc or whatever, the Zordon era of Power Rangers, and then it switches and things start to get changed every year. And then every year after that, they definitely switch casts. And I was thinking it would almost be cool. And I like books that have like a long running series. It would almost be cooler if instead of changing every single year, I went ahead and had a longer story. And I had this idea of doing something with my Ultraman-like character, who's legally distinct from, yet inspired by Ultraman. I was thinking, I want to have him start off in the past, and then go throughout time, and then end up here in the future, and have something cool happen. And then when I saw Ultraman Rising, I thought, well, some of the ideas I was thinking about having an old Ultra dude, and then these new heroes, and having them interact in a certain way, like, a little bit of that's been done with this movie, but what I want to do is distinct from it, very distinct. Well, I would say it's clearly distinct, and it's not inspired by it. It's not a copy of it. So I don't think that'll be an issue. But anyway, I'm just excited because if this is in the zeitgeist, if that stuff's out there, I just finished a book today. I just finished writing a book, and I'm going to get it through proofreading and editing and all that stuff, and I want to get it out, before the end of 2024 for sure. And it's got Tokusatsu inspired elements in it, but it's less Tokusatsu-y. There's a pair book, a book that goes with it as part of an overall series that does get into much more Tokusatsu inspired stuff. And it's got a kid transforming with a monster basically into a fighter. And I believe the climax is they end up kicking a villain out of this world and into his own world where he came from. So there's also some Digimon there. But I think Digimon is very inspired by Ultraman and other Tokusatsu stuff, and that's kind of what I did too with this other book series. But yeah, I would love to take this one book that I have, launch it this year, finish the second book within a month or so, get that one going, and then set those aside and start working on my Tokusatsu stuff. I have a dragon, I actually have like a high fantasy book series idea too that I might need to work on first. But if the Tokusatsu book thing is in the zeitgeist, I might be able to do my high fantasy, do a single book for that, and then jump back in and do my Tokusatsu inspired, my Henshin Hero inspired stuff. And I just think that'd be great because I have like a big idea for it. And I was thinking too, originally just a trilogy of books. And then the more I thought about this idea, I thought, oh, this Ultraman, this giant hero idea that I have, that's 2, 3, 4, 5 books alone. And I could make it, an 8 or 10 book series or whatever, and have it go through the history of this world that has these Tokusatsu hero elements in it. And I could really make something interesting. And I think this Ultraman book series is going to be interesting. I think I'm definitely going to buy this. I think I'm going to be reading it to my kids. I told my son about it, and he got excited, so that was pretty cool. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to this Ultraman book series. I hope it's great, and I hope it's as good and done with the same type of spirit as Ultraman Rising. Gambare. I hope you enjoyed that. Subscribe to keep up with me. Like and share to help me reach more people like you. And go to mjmunoz.com to find your next favorite thing. And don't forget to let your voice be heard. Stories are always better when you're part of the conversation. Until next time, be well. This is MJ signing out. This has been a Story Over Everything production.